Hello, welcome to September 9th through your September 15th energy update. I'm April Curry. I'm an Akashic Records reader and intuitive coach, and I love teaching people how to tap into their intuition, because if we are not plugged into our intuitive intelligence, then what the heck are we doing out here? Come on. It's like using half the brain. Intuition is so valuable because when something looks like it's good on paper, our intuition let us know if it's the right place or the right thing to do, right? Without just seeing things at surface value and using our mind to go into it, you can truly tap into the energy and the essence of things and go with your gut and start following the messages from the Akashic Records, from your mediumship, from God. And I love teaching people how to do this. It's like that's my thing. Like, I do readings. I love doing readings. I love helping people like escape the burdens of the mind through the readings. But I just get so jazzed up teaching people how to do intuition. I mean, it's it makes me happy. Anyway, if you would like to join our membership, go down to that link below. I have a whole intuition development membership. We have a really great group of people. It's only $11 a month. We meet every Thursday night for about an hour every Thursday, and there's intuition development classes, there's reiki meditations, and just a community of like-minded people that are finding it very imperative to tap into these things, because I mean, don't you want to live in your power, right? Like, I want to live in my power, and God, is it fun. So let's go ahead and get started for this month here. And yeah, just a reminder, timestamps down below for each day. And we'll see if an Akashic Records rant comes into play after the weekly update here. All right, let's go ahead and tune in. September 9th, Monday. I got trustful, patience, endearing. There is so much love. There's so much connection. There's so much trust. It feels like a lot of you are feeling like you're floating on a cloud, but it's like a love cloud. I'm also getting that, wow, there's a sense of feeling like you're trusting more and more in the present moment and sitting in the unknown and deepening connections with others. A lot of things that are just not for you or falling to the wayside, but it's like an effortless thing. Like, you don't have to push things out of your life. It's just kind of phasing out. Monday has a very charismatic, fluffy kind of vibe. I'm liking it. Fluffy in a good way. Let's go ahead and see what's causing this energy. What's causing it? Oh, it's a lot has been happening, and there's been lots of transformative energy, and it's just like, it's the final countdown. It's that final just kind of like melting away, coming into newness. What are we not aware of? For some people who have a lot of mental chatter, or that are very analytical, or just constantly in the mind, the mind doesn't stop, this might be very hard for you to kind of stay in and be present with. It's almost like a free fall, like a trust fall. And if you have a hard time surrendering, and the mind wants to come in and be like, this is what it is, this is what it is, this is what I can't do this. It's like, some of you might have a little bit of that going on that day. What do we need to focus on? The reason why it's important to stay open and present and in the unknown on Monday, a lot of opportunities, and I know this is kind of what I said last week, but it's still coming in this week. There's a lot of opportunities coming in. There's a lot of new energies coming in. The more open you are, the more that you're in surrender, you're in the unknown, these opportunities can come in. If you shut things down and kind of create a story around something and pigeonhole it into a category, it's going to limit your opportunities. So we're being asked to stay open, stay in the energy of trust and the energy of love, and just melt in it, which I really love doing, me personally. So I'm excited about Monday. Let's go ahead and see what's going on Tuesday. What's happening Tuesday, September 10th? I got longing. Longing. I'm also seeing a bus. Some of you are really reminiscing or like tuning into like, I really want this thing. I really want this. And it feels like it's not here yet. And for some of you, this might feel a little bit sad, or that you're having, you have all these plans, you know what you want to do, but it's almost as if you have to just kind of wait. And Tuesday has a little bit of that energy. There's a lot of spaciousness, deep reflection. I'm getting a little somber-y energy for some of you, not all of you. But let's go ahead and see what's causing this energy here. It's almost as if you got a little taste of, what it feels like to enter your new life. And it's like, I just want to get there already. But I'm getting this image of there's a pathway. There's a path, there's a direction, there's timing. Everything is meant to be laid out in a specific way. And if one thing is not in alignment or not happening while being on this path to your destination, it's not going to feel as good. It won't feel as complete. So it's just asking you it's okay to mourn or to just be like, oh, I really want this thing, or come on, I've done so much work. But know that there are steps involved in this process, and each step is valid and important for this experience to feel complete when you make it to your destination. Higher self is weighing out some odds. For some of you, you might be weighing out your odds on what steps to take next that day. A lot of forward thinking. I'm feeling like a lot of future forward thinking that day. Many of you are coming up with new business plans that day. If you're thinking about starting a business, for some of you, don't get overwhelmed. Just, it's good to plan, but don't get too frustrated that it's not here yet. That's what I keep getting. What are we not aware of? Yeah. Some of you, it's still letting go of some of those energies from last week. There is a little bit of that coming up again, just a smidge. It's not as hard, it's not as crappy, but there's still a little bit of residue coming in on Tuesday. And it's giving you the ability to step into the highest version of yourself on the spiritual plane. So this is a great day to look into doing some channeled messages. If you have a journal, and automatic writing is really good, and just tuning into higher spiritual knowledge that day. There are a little bit of tears for some of you as well. A lot of mixed bag energy Tuesday. It has a bit of a somber vibe, but it can be just, instead of being somber for some of you, it might just be like chill and coasting. Nature would be nice. Not a big crazy hike or anything, just some nice mellow hiking. Let me go ahead and see what we have for September 11th, Wednesday. September 11th, Wednesday. What's going on September 11th, Wednesday? Making sure that everything is in order. I see a lot of organization that day. I see a lot of different ideas, different thought processes, different directions one can go. There's so many options, but it's time to pick one. It's time to make it land and organize. Create a plan that helps you to organize and execute. This is a day that feels like it has some decent action to it, but it's not this like crazy, speedy Gonzalez, I need to get this now. It has, more of this like firm, okay, it's time to make a decision. For some of you, it may be hard to make a decision because there's so many options, but it feels like a lot of you are creating the infrastructure or starting to land an idea on Wednesday, or kind of just organizing your thoughts, organizing your business or your finances even. What is causing this energy on Wednesday? Introspection. Mostly introspection. A lot of that energy on Tuesday is crawling into Wednesday, and it's like the things that you were thinking about kind of put a fire under your butt. And there is a little bit of the residue of the hermit energy coming in on Wednesday, but the action is coming in too. And this is a lot of ambitious energy is coming in, goal-oriented, planning out what you're going to be doing. When it comes to relationships, it looks like everyone's a little more centered focus, like focusing on self on these couple of days, and all is well. It feels like relationships don't have these, like, on a collective level, major entanglements. Everything is coasting, everything is good, everything is kosher for the collective. Now, everyone might be a little bit different there, but on the collective energy, it's feeling good. September 12th, Thursday. Let's do it. September 12th, Thursday. What's going on September 12th, Thursday? I saw a military tank. Okay, what does that mean? Oh, that's badass. Okay. I'm seeing like a bunch of stuff flying in the air, and there's this army tank literally just suited up. Nothing is entering its field, if you will, because it's a heavy armored military machine thing. Anyway, I don't know what those are called. Tank. It's like a tank. And everything, there's like all this negative stuff. There's all this wishy-washy stuff. It feels like people are not everybody. There's just this like small group of people that are slightly losing their mind. They're slightly losing sense of reality. And it feels like they have this energy of wanting to attack. But it feels like you have spent so much time taking care of yourself, getting to know who you are, having a sense of self-confidence in your connection with God, and really trusting yourself. And so when a lot of this is coming up, it's not affecting you. It's you just watching people and in a way feeling bad for them because they don't know how to regulate. They don't have a strong foundation. And a lot of the reasons why they're attacking anyone or trying to be combative is because they're suffering and they just need love. Let me go ahead and ask what's causing this on Thursday. A lot of people also are facing adversities for long periods of time. You know, it's not something that just happened. So there's a little bit of a wear down with some of these people. And just know that just be you. Just breathe through it. It's not about you. They're not attacking you because you did something. If this happens to you, by the way, this is a collective reading. Just know that it's just something that they're personally going through. What are we not aware of on Thursday? You have a choice. Let me get a little bit more information. Oh, see, you have a choice to pull out of this collective energy that's kind of lingering that day. It can actually be a lovely day. Thursday can be a lovely day if you make the choice to stay in a high vibration, to stay, in that connection with God, to do any sort of self-care practices, and do childlike activities, like feel like a kid again. Go do things that are fun and enlightening and enjoyable, because you don't want to get caught up in there's a lot of insecurities kind of running in that day. And it's the more that you just focus on taking care of yourself, you'll be fine. And if you start to feel a little bit off that day, this is my advice. Don't let me program you. This is just me as a human being. Usually if I get caught by this energy, I won't do anything. I will just chill. I will meditate. I won't call anyone on the phone. And I will make sure that I'm back to my center before I take an action. So Thursday is a little spicy, but it's going to be an easy thing to pull through if you stay in a high vibration. Well, let's go ahead and ask collective higher self, hey, do you have any additional messages? It said nope. You nailed it. Like, thanks. Oh my God, I just got an affirmation from the collective higher self. Thanks. I appreciate that. Anyway, September 13th, Friday. What's going on September 13th, Friday? I got trust the messages. Whoa. You know, the world is going through such a division right now. And the more that you can pull out of the analytical mind at will and know how to go in and out of it and trust your messages, getting intuitive messages and trusting it, it's almost like Friday is this fork in the road day. It's like, are you listening? Did you follow your messages, or are you following your mind? Are you letting your mind run the show? Because this is the pivot day. This is the day that if you are following your intuitive messages wholeheartedly without questioning it, even if it looks irrational, it's like the trajectory begins. The trajectory begins. Whatever frequency you decide to follow, because intuitive messages are the frequency of love. Mental chatter can really effortlessly go into the frequency of fear and doubt and insecurity. So it's what frequency are you following? Because that's the day. That's the day that it cements in and it's pivoting. And that's a big day to really make a choice on like what type of life are you really wanting to live? Something that you think you have to live in, that you have to work and struggle and push through, or is it that you're surrendering now and you're listening to the messages and you're following them? And that you're sitting in unconditional love for yourself and trusting God. This is a pivot day. What are we not aware of about Friday? Woo! Yeah. Gosh, it's like a little bit of an internal battle. Like, okay, what am I doing? All right, am I doing it? Am I actually going to go for it? Am I doing it? And it might be an internal thing that happens, like where you're not taking action, but your mind, you're like processing, okay, you know what? From here on out, I'm doing it. And for some of you, it is an action. But this is taking you into forward movement, into success in your relationships, in what you do for a living. And hey, let's say that you don't follow that at all and you go right for the mind. Let me just tell you, there is going to be a big lesson for those who stay in the mind and go with the old programming. You will eventually come to trusting your gut, because there is a lot of pain without listening to the intuitive soul about what to do and where to go. The soul really wants to create, it wants to be expressive in this lifetime, and the mind hides the soul. It goes like deep in the basement of your body, of your energy. And when you can allow the soul to run the show and have the mind help you create actions, that's a whole different lifestyle. I've lived both. And I'll tell you what, I'll take the messages any day. God. And I had so many health problems from following the mind chatter life. All right. Any advice for Friday? Any advice Friday? Oh, okay, cards. It's a big ascension day. It's like, let go of the mind and go with the flow. Let go of the mind, go with the flow. All right, September 14th, Saturday. What's going on September 14th, Saturday? I got that circus song. So I'm getting like Saturday's a bit of a circus. It's a little bit fun, goofy, play, balloons. I'm seeing floating. Some people are like, I'm out of reality, but I don't care anymore. This is fun. Like, that's in there. Also, some people are just, what else is happening here? Feeling goofy. Saturday has a little bit of a goofy energy to it. Like, I love this. The collective is finding kind of this like goofy, lighthearted energy that doesn't necessarily make them feel like they're on the ground, but it's almost like you have to laugh. You just have to laugh at like how ridiculous this day is. Like, what is happening? That's the vibe. It feels like, I think it sounds like fun. I'm a Gemini moon, so I like weird and obscure, but it feels like some weird and strange and goofy things are happening that day. Feels like some scandals are coming out, like that are kind of embarrassing and funny, like that kind of a scandal. Things are coming out of the closet and it's like, you know what? Whatever. What's causing this energy? That's a great day. I'm actually really excited about Saturday. I think it's going to be an entertaining day. What's going on Saturday? The curiosity for me right now is... Okay, it's causing that. Some of the events that are happening in our lives those days, they don't make rational sense. They don't make the analytical mind, the rational mind's like, what is this? And there's this ability to kind of just like let go of the plan, let go of the preconceived notions about what life should be, and allow this forward movement to bring you into an aligned life. That it's almost like we're stepping into new lives that we can't even comprehend what they're going to look like because the energy is changing so much. The infrastructure of this world is changing so much, and it feels a little bit like a fun house. Like, okay, I might go for a ride this day. I don't know what's happening. The higher self is blowing up one of those twisty balloons that you can make dogs out of. So it's just like, just go with the flow. It is definitely an odd, obscure kind of day. Advice. I'm getting for some of you, there might be inner conflict. Some people who are really like focused on self and not wanting to let go of a certain identity. For those who are resistant to change, this week is not going to feel comfortable. Saturday is going to be one of those days where it's like, oh my God, I don't want to. And it's like, no, you got to let go. Like, okay. I see people doing that. No. But the change is so meant for you. It's so meant for you. It's here to help and bring you into that life purpose energy that you... Sometimes people don't realize what their life purpose is until they just let go of the damn handlebars and just surrender and follow the joy trail. All right, I was digging Saturday. I wanted to stay in Saturday because I was like, ooh. All right, September 15th, Sunday. Let's see what's happening September 15th, Sunday. On the road again. On the road again. They said treat life like a road trip. You know, like road trips, like you kind of have to go along with whatever is showing up. Like you could possibly get a flat tire. You could, go to a grocery store and they have like your favorite food that you haven't eaten since you were a kid because you're in a different state. And you're like, oh my God, I haven't had this in so long. And then you can go down the road and then there's a rainstorm. But then the longer you go down the road, there might be I'm a Taurus. It's funny that every positive thing I'm bringing up is about food. Then there's an amazing buffet and you're like, this is amazing. So they're saying treat life like a road trip. Just go with the punches, go with the flow. Sunday is all about going with the flow. Even if something kind of, it feels like, oh man, why? And it's just like, move along. Just move along. Don't get stuck. Don't harp on anything. It's all about moving along. Be that gentle tumbleweed. You gentle tumbleweed. I just want to... There you go. Oh, God. I think that's a really cute pet name. Tumbleweed. Oh, what's causing this energy? Some of you are like feeling like you're retreating a little bit because this week is calling for us to really step in the unknown. And if you feel like you've been struggling to let go, you might just want to like relax on Sunday and just kind of stay in your house. I'm getting that is happening. What else is causing this energy? Because I feel like there's other things. Yeah, going with the flow has a similar energy to giving and receiving. So, okay, they want you to focus on how much are you giving and how much love are you receiving. Just feel into that. Feel if it's flowing in your life. Notice if you're giving and you're getting really tired. Notice if you're taking. Is there something in your actions where it's taking more than it's, giving and receiving on this kind of like balanced scale? It's important to be balanced, to be able to go with the flow, to roll with the punches, to have the water bead off the back. And if you're giving too much or if you're taking too much, this can bring resistance into this experience. For some of you, you have to drop responsibilities. There's so many burdens that are going on. It's like some of you feel like I have to do this, this, and this. I have to, or I can't get this. And it's like the universe is saying, God is saying, you don't need anything. When it comes down to it, all you need is your heart and some divine will to move forward, to receive the messages from the heart and take action on them. That's all you need. So a lot of you feel like you're having a fresh new start. And it's almost like that feeling I bet people had before they went on the Oregon Trail. They had this huge journey in front of them. They didn't know what was coming. And they just they knew that if they took the path, they were going to be at a place that they wanted to go. And they had to roll with the punches of that journey. And it's telling you to do that. And to, those people had to portion out their food. They had to like work together as a team. If there was someone taking too much, or giving too much, it would disrupt the balance of the group. That's just a little message I got. Advice. This is an energy that's unifying people together. That there's, I see people being a sounding board for each other and really listening and having the ability to find a common ground. And for some of these relationships, it's like there's going to be disagreements in these conversations and there'll be parting of ways. But the focus is to go with the flow of the universe and stay balanced in order to receive the blessings while going on this universal road trip called life. I'm feeling really solid in this. I know this is a little bit of a short one, but I want you guys to take this and enjoy it. And I will see you next week. I love you guys. Bye.